Rain and severe thunderstorms to impact much of western, central and southern WA this week, and we can already see widespread rain and thunderstorm activity extending from Carnarvon through much of western WA and into southern areas. Already seen some showers and storms around the Perth area in the last hour or two, and that could increase in the coming hours as well. We'll notice a much more extensive band of rain and thunderstorm activity through much of the wheat belt and also into the goldfields and Gascoyne as well. And we do see a large area of thunderstorms expected today. These highlighted yellow areas show where we could see thunderstorms possibly severe today, with heavy rainfall and gusty winds the main threat. Notice right along the coast though, we're probably only seeing non-severe thunderstorms today, but they're still likely to bring some gusty winds and brief periods of heavy rainfall. But the focus of the more impactful storms will be further inland and across much of the wheat belt. Not good news though for those harvesting. But tomorrow could be an even bigger day, particularly for inland areas to eastern parts of the wheat belt, maybe into southern parts of the southern inland as well. But notice just a thunderstorm risk along the west coast as most of the activity moves further inland. But if you live in these highlighted red areas or know someone that does, these severe thunderstorms could bring down heavy rainfall that could lead to flash flooding and possible inundation of property and agricultural land. That also means we could see damage to crops, particularly for those harvesting right now. So rain and storms there, not so good news. And also possible power outages as well, particularly where any of those storms cross areas of towns with power, could knock out trees and power lines there. So definitely those in the red highlighted area tomorrow could be the focus of those severe thunderstorms. But let's have a look at more of the detail of this rain and storm activity. So today we're seeing widespread rain and thunderstorm activities, particularly over much of the wheat belt for those that really don't need it, and through coastal areas as well, including Perth and down towards the southwest Capes. Now, as we move into tonight and tomorrow, we'll see this area of weather continue to move slowly eastwards, with another day of widespread rain and thunderstorm activity through inland parts of WA. But do note starts clearing trend through Carnarvon, Kalbarri and down through Perth, and later in the day into the southwest Capes. But the heavy rainfall and severe storms moving to inland areas through the eastern wheat belt and towards the Kalgoorlie and Esperance areas. Then as we move into Wednesday night and Thursday, we'll continue to see a contraction of this weather activity into eastern parts of the state. But notice we'll see another burst of showers, gusty winds and cooler conditions for the southwest WA on Thursday. So what does this all mean in terms of rainfall? Well, you can see widespread unseasonal 20 to 50 millimetres across much of WA in the coming 3 days, and particularly over our harvesting areas of the southwest land division and wheat belt, where heavy rainfall in these areas will have a major impact for those with ongoing harvesting activities. And in some areas where we have dirt roads further inland, this heavy rainfall could lead to brief road closures and isolation of community and our remote residents. So please, if you know someone who lives in these areas, make sure you stay up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings in the coming days via our website, app and social media, and listen to all advice from emergency services.